Ken is actually the best in the game, in my opinion. I see the Noble right here, you know, like he agrees.
We lost Ken.
Yeah, he agrees. Ken is the best in the game, and there's the problem is I have the Ministry of Propaganda, and that's Phenom, the Birds. You know, you cannot really beat them, but I'll fight the fight. You know, I'll fight for what's right, and Luke is maybe top 3, maybe I'm not sure, but Ken is definitely the best in the game, and then is JP because first. Dragon Slash is broken. Like Heavy Knuckle is the cheap version, the bad version of Dragon Slash, you know. Another thing is Ken normals are better, and that's like a fact. For example, the crouching medium kick is 7 frames. Mine is 8 frames. He has the standing heavy kick. My standing heavy kick is not good in neutral, you know. His standing heavy punch is too good. Like Ken is broken, man.
That is an excellent question. Before this tournament, I felt like they're pretty even. Right now, and I'm biased because I lost to Luke twice, but I feel like Luke is a little stronger. His neutral is just amazing. He has solid normals for any occasion. Ken is very strong though. They're both very, very good. I think it's close. I would say Luke.
I think it's debatable, like depending on how you play as a player. If you are like very safe playing on the ground, this type of style, Luke is better. But if you like to be a little bit crazy, a little bit of everything, like being solid and add a touch of craziness, I think Ken is better. But both are really close.
Luke, because he got better buttons, better damage, less corner carry, but he doesn't need it. So.
I'd say Ken, simply because aside, they're basically the same. They both have very good jump normals, good neutral game. Ken has a full screen traveling fireball, for one, and if he reads his EX fireball, he then gets drive rush into conversion. Luke's is a knockdown, so that's weaker, I think, in this game for Ken's game plan. And also, he has moves that can force stuff. Dragon Lash, Jinrai can force a guess as well, depending on how it's done. So he has more tools that he can kind of switch off. But other than that, they're basically similar.
In Japan, Luke better than Ken, but I don't think so. Ken is better than Luke because his OD Fireball and Dry Rush is very broken, and his HP is so very strong and can many damage.
Oh, Luke is way better. Oh, not way better, but he's better. Because they both have good buttons. They both have good damage. Luke has more damage. Luke has better buttons. Luke has better anti-airs. He has easier access to clutch anti-airs. He has better supers in general. He can use his level 1 to go through fireballs. He can use his level 3 to go through fireballs. He has much more utility. And if he needs to come back and kind of like force something, his drive rush is faster. He has more or I don't know if it's faster, but it feels faster. He has more options after the drive rush. He can go into the heavy knuckle. He can go into the forward medium point, standing light. But there's so many ways, so it's a lot harder to stop him from coming back when you're winning. In addition to him being mostly the same as Ken, but I think all those tools are a little bit better as well. So I just think they have similar tools. Luke's are just better, and then he has some extra, in my opinion.
I think 100% Luke is better than Ken. I think he literally does everything Ken does, but better. So he has very good corner carry. A lot of people say, oh, Ken has better corner carry, but really, what is the difference between coast to coast and 80% corner carry? It's like, when you talk about practicality, they're essentially the same. And he has better neutral, more damage, more control in the neutral. He has also even a better drive rush into buttons. Ken, they say they can do drive rush Dragon Lash against like people who try to check you. Luke can do drive rush suppressor, which does the same thing, is plus on block and leads to more damage. So he has all the tools Ken has, and some things that Ken doesn't have. So he's just a better version of Ken. That's why I think he's better than Ken. And I actually regret maining Ken. I've literally, because I was between Luke and Ken in the beginning, and I went to Ken because I thought Ken was better. But I actually think Luke is better now. But is it too late for me to switch? I don't know. We'll see.
I would say like Luke is the classic Ryu of the situation, so much more reliable, much more balanced, and the players that will excel with him, I think, are the ones with the strongest fundamentals. Whether Ken is, once again, as a legacy, more explosive and would mix you end rounds much faster. But I think he does have some weaknesses in defense compared to Luke due to the differences in super startup and so on. So overall, I would say Ken is still better due to results, because I had my analysis on my Twitter, but I think it's very, very close. And then there's JP, you know?
As a Luke main, I can't say that. I would say same level. Same level, yeah. I think Luke does more damage more easily, but Ken has more opportunity to open the grab.